Hello, this is News Mongolia. I'm Solonghort in the MNB World studio. For our top stories, COVID-19, 1,625 cases, 10 additional deaths confirmed. Students wrote the Charter of the UN in Mongolian script and presented it to the UN. Anyone can attend lifelong education centers for free. For other news, stay tuned. The Ministry of Health updates on the current COVID-19 status in Mongolia.
In the past 24 hours, 1,625 new cases were confirmed. Unfortunately, 10 patients, 6 women and 4 men, all with underlying health conditions, died of COVID-19 complications. Out of the new cases, 931 were confirmed in Ulaanbaatar, 680 were confirmed in the rural provinces, and an additional 14 were imported. At hospitals nationwide, 17,619 COVID-19 patients are being treated. Out of them, 8,372 show mild symptoms of illness and 363 are in critical condition. Additionally, over 55,000 patients are being treated at home under supervision. As of now, 2.25 million, or 69.3% of the total population, have had the first dose of a vaccine, and 2.14 million, or 65.7%, have had the second dose of a vaccine. Also, nearly 400,000 people have received the booster shot so far.
Let's continue with news from our report team. For the first time in history, Mongolian high school students wrote the Charter of the United Nations in the Mongolian script. 37 students representing 21 provinces wrote the Charter of the UN, which consists of 111 articles, with a paintbrush on A3 paper. The ceremony for presenting this gift to the UN was held at the Children's Creative Center. MNB has been reporting on numerous events that are being organized in the framework of the 60th anniversary of Mongolia's accession to the UN. Today at the Children's Creative Center, Mongolian children are presenting the Charter of the UN written in the Mongolian script as a gift to the UN.
This project was initiated by the leader of the Mongolian Audio and Visuals Foundation, Mr. Baisakhle, in April. We've selected 37 students from all around Mongolia and wrote the Charter of the United Nations in the Mongolian script. The project ran for 4 months and it took us a lot of time to transport the paper from one province to another. The ceremony to present a single copy of the Charter of the United Nations written in the Mongolian calligraphy by children to the United Nations is being held today. Recently, our youth has shown a renewed interest in the Mongolian script and culture. Based on this, we plotted the size of this project and held an online training course for children. Through the efforts of these children, teachers from the countryside and a lot of different people, we are successfully presenting the Charter of the United Nations written in the Mongolian script to the United Nations, which has never been done before.
Students who have worked on this project also shared their thoughts on taking part at this project.
I'm very glad to have been part of this project. My father taught me calligraphy 10 months ago during quarantine. I've trained with a paintbrush every evening. The part that I wrote was replaced a few times, so it took me a month or 2 in order to write it more decently. I sketched a page or half page of it on normal paper and wrote it on the book later. I have participated in this project as the sole representative from Of's province. Education, Culture, Arts Center teacher Nislilhu, a Mongolian language and literature teacher of the General Education School in Naramboluk district, Naranhu, have been teaching me calligraphy for over 3 years now, and I'm very glad to have taken part in this project.
The Children's Creative Center presentation ceremony for the Charter of the UN, written by students in the Mongolian script, was held for the commemoration of the 60th anniversary of Mongolia's accession to the UN. Now let's take a look at our next story on lifelong education. Mothers, students, and unemployed people can freely access different courses on language, tailoring, and other professional skills at lifelong education centers that operate in every district. Sokzulma worked in a law firm for 10 years. She took extended maternity leave 5 years ago. Instead of sitting at home, she attended this center to study tailoring.
I'm currently looking after my child at home. I had received some information about this center from a Facebook group. This is my fourth time visiting this class, which will run for 1 month. I'm currently learning about basic tailoring techniques and how to make a traditional costume doll.
Mothers who are on maternity leave like Tsoktsukma could also take part in these lessons. Lifelong education centers are located in every district.
As of now, we have 4 to 5 active students in our office, and there are 40 to 50 people who are successfully taking online lessons.
Around 7,000 people attended this center this year. Not only do these centers teach tailoring, but they also help with employment guidance. Adults and children with an education backlog who are unable to enroll in schools can study and get their certificate of complete secondary education from this center.
Lifelong education centers cooperate with a number of organizations. People enroll for lifelong classes either through our website or their respective hara. Organizations participate in our tailoring, Mongolian script, and office program classes. We also have classes on English and Chinese languages, education recovery, and writing. We are working on providing lifelong education and development opportunities for everyone.
These centers also provide classes on using emongolia.com for seniors so that they won't have to stand in long queues for banking and public services. Here comes the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for the world's major cities. This is it for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you tomorrow with more news and updates. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.